Before we get started, to Sir Dozer the Coin, if you're still watching my channel, I just wanted to say I'm sorry because I heard that you ticked somebody off and got fired from your clock factory job, even after all the time you clocked in getting those clocks in on time. And I just wanted to say that I hope the pendulum swings back in your favor real soon. And to everybody who is still listening, thank you guys so much for sticking with me throughout this whole bear market, because I know it's been hard to stay interested in crypto. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Now let's go ahead and get started. Last week, as you know, the government came out with the DOJ announcing enforcement over the Bits Lotto situation that nobody had obviously heard of. And as this meme shows, basically this was the feather that they were blocking the market from being attacked by whenever there was all of this FTX, Celsius, and Voyager situation going on, totally dumping the market and taking everybody's money in the meantime. But it's almost like the DOJ didn't even see any of that happening. This does mostly seem insignificant, but there is one thing that this does do for the crypto environment, and that is that it shows that the government is not afraid to take enforcement against small projects that take people's money away. Hopefully this will prevent people like Logan Paul and other people that I've mentioned in the Dogecoin community in the past, and show them that they can't just rip everybody off and get away with it, and there might actually be some consequences for their actions. Speaking of people taking advantage of the Dogecoin community, as this article by CNBC says, crypto lender Genesis files for bankruptcy in the latest blow to Barry Silbert's DCG empire. You might have already heard that Genesis was filing for bankruptcy, but you might not have known that Barry Silbert was actually partially responsible for the big dip that Dogecoin had after Elon Musk went on SNL. As you can see by this meme that I posted on Twitter the other day, Barry Silbert did post a tweet back on May 8th of 2021 saying, "Okay, Doge peeps, it's been fun. Welcome to crypto." This was whenever we were pumping, by the way. Then he said, "But the time has come for you to convert your Doge to BTC. Disclosure, we've gone short via FTX.com trade Doge Bear." And he actually set up this short fund so that a bunch of people could come in and crash the price of Dogecoin whenever we were all going straight to the moon at that time. But now, as you can see, Barry Silbert is now broke. So Barry Silbert, it's been fun. Welcome to crypto. Genesis filing for bankruptcy seems to have been a catalyst to the upside for cryptocurrency because a bunch of people were scared of what was going to happen whenever this actually came to fruition, and they were scared that it might push things down further like what happened with FTX. But as I've said in the past, if it wasn't bigger than FTX, then I don't think it could have pushed us any further down because the sentiment was pretty much as low as it could get. And now it's earnings season, and another thing that I've said in the past that might come to fruition looks like it's finally starting to happen, and that is the decoupling of Bitcoin from the stock market, because earnings are coming in lower than expected, and now people are looking for investment opportunities that aren't being damaged by earnings, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are looking like a sure bet. Tomorrow we have a pretty big day for earnings, as you can see, because we have Microsoft earnings, J&J, Verizon, Texas Instruments, Raytheon, Union Pacific, and Lockheed Martin, among others like General Electric. And on Wednesday, we have Tesla, AT&T, IBM, Boeing, and much more. So this week is going to be a big week for earnings, and if these tech stocks like Tesla continue to take a hit, then I wouldn't be surprised if this actually causes a retracement a little bit for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, because we are super overbought here on the RSI anyway, and it's probably time for a little bit of a retracement down to some support before we can actually continue this pump. I'm not saying that this is a bull trap or anything like that, because we have gotten above the levels of resistance that I was looking for a solid breakout here. And I do think that it's going to continue, but as you can see by this RSI, it is super overbought, and it is probably overdue for a little bit of a retracement, just down to some support levels like 21,000 here that you can see that we did have as resistance a lot in the past, and it would be a good level to turn into resistance moving forward from here. This is the daily chart, and I'm not going to lie, I was expecting it to come back down to the green line, which is the 200-day moving average, turning that into support before going back to the upside, but it looks like it had a significant break above the next resistance level actually, and now if it does come back down, then hopefully it'll just find support here at 21,000 before going back to the upside, and hopefully this red line, if you can even see it right here, is going to break above this green line, which it looks like it's actually happening today, and this is a golden cross, which is the opposite of a death cross, and this is usually an indication that we are going back into the next leg or into some form of a bull trend. This doesn't mean we're going to all-time highs or anything, but we could definitely see some significant relief here with possibilities for gains of upwards of over 100%. We've seen this a lot in the past in bear markets, but it doesn't mean that we're going straight to the upside, because we can always come back down and retrace, even wiping out most of the gains from the relief rally. Back here in 2018, you can see we did bottom in about December, and then we had a relief rally going up all the way until June of 2019, so for about 6 months, and the gain was about 350%. But right after that, we did come back down and crash all the way almost back down to where we were in 2018 at the bottom of the bear market, wiping out 72% of those gains. This could absolutely happen again, but with diminishing returns and diminishing losses going forward because of the law of diminishing returns, I don't think we're going to be seeing another 72% dump during the bottom of this bear market or this accumulation phase that we're entering right now. And I don't necessarily think that we're going to be seeing an equivalent pump to what we saw after the 2018 bottom. But I do think that this pump is going to continue as earnings continue to take a hit and people have nowhere else to really invest. Also this week we have the Q4 GDP coming in, which is going to be a big catalyst, because if it comes in lower than expected, then that means that the economy is slowing down and the Fed actually might be able to do that pivot that everybody's looking forward to. And later on in the week on Friday, we have core PCE, which is really important. And this is also a huge indicator of whether inflation is starting to come down or not. Ultimately, I think that what the Fed is going to do definitely still has a big impact on what's going to happen with the stock market and with cryptocurrency. But we've been seeing a lot of indications that inflation has peaked and it is starting to come down. So I think that the Fed is done with the most of their interest rate hikes, and they might actually just have 1 or 2 more to go, 25 basis point hikes moving forward. And then that would possibly indicate that we have reached the bottom and the markets can start to build up confidence while we all try to accumulate during this accumulation phase. Master Kenobi over here on Twitter at BTC_masterplan has a master plan for Bitcoin, if you could imagine that. And this chart basically breaks the Bitcoin cycles into fractals, showing that we're in the perfect range for a bottom right here, but we probably won't be reaching another all-time high until about April of 2024. As you can see from these fractals in the past, after we reached the bottom, until we got to an all-time high, there was an accumulation phase where we traded sideways, making some really great relief rallies before having pretty much all of those gains wiped out again. If you actually can see these for what they are, then these are a really great opportunity for swing trades and for you to be able to accumulate a lot more cryptocurrency and get ready for the actual bull market whenever it does eventually happen. Then whenever the bull market finally does kick off, it looks like we're in for about an 800% gain before we do finally reach the top. And that's not expected to happen until about October to December of 2025. So while it is really great to see this little bit of bullishness come back, and it's hard not to be really bullish, obviously, we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves because we probably do still have a little bit of sideways momentum to go. And this is going to represent the best opportunity to accumulate cryptocurrency and get ready for what might actually be the biggest bull market of all time, because we are probably going to be reaching mainstream adoption in this bull market or the next one whenever we finally get one. Like the thumbnail says, I do think that it is over, meaning the bear market is over, but that doesn't mean that we have started a new bull market yet. We could actually just have a little bit of a sideways market for a little while, and I don't know what you could call that, maybe a slug market or something that just kind of moves sideways on the ground. It's probably going to be slimy and it is going to feel sluggish like a slug, so maybe that is a good name for it. And slugs are also bottom feeders, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do while we're here at the bottom, is I'm going to be feeding on some bags and getting ready for the next bull market. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this actually a slug market, or are we getting ready for the bull market and it's just all uphill from here with no stopping? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh hey, I was just being chased by a bear. Watch out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell too, because I don't want you to miss out on any important updates. And check out this video. Oh crap, I gotta get out of here.